Well, hello, everyone. It's Wednesday, July the 30th, 2025. I am Doug. It's time once again to play some Wordle. Numa999 writes in, how about hoist? It has never been a solution, so a chance at an ace, a proverbial hole in one. Numa, that is the kind of stuff I love to see. I love to see that little extra analysis of the starting word. Hoist gives us a legitimate shot. So I'm excited to see what happens. Let's see what we get with the word hoist. Nope. Okay. Unfortunately, not the answer, but we did get that S out of position. So pretty happy to take that. That was a really good starting word, too. Okay. Why do I have, I don't know why. Sometimes I just have things in my head. Sometimes they're food related. Because I'm always thinking about adding some creativity to my diet. So here's the word that just immediately got trapped in my head and lives there rent-free. The word sauce. So how great is this? Here's the other three classic vowels all evaluated here. Also, we'll see if we can get some position information on the S. The C is always a good consonant to look at. And you never know. You never know. So let's see what we get here. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word sauce? No, it's not. And okay, interesting. So we know that there is at least one letter A, and helpful knowing that there's no other classic vowels in this puzzle. So again, I think that's a good thing to know. Now, I wonder if, I want to take a look at the A in the middle here. I don't think, so I think the only other place to try the A in this spot is at the end, and I realize we can't have plurals, but that doesn't mean we can't have the S at the end. But that, yeah, see, now yeah, I'm struggling with that. I'll admit I'm struggling with that, definitely. There is, if it wasn't for the E not being there, I'd say essay, E-S-S-A-Y, because the Y potentially can be in play here, right? But we don't have that possibility. So I guess I have to also consider a possibility with the A in the front. I think the Y is going to come into play here. The more I think about this, I'm just not sure where I would put the S here, right? But I've got this weird feeling that the Y ends up being a player here. If it wasn't for the T, I would say, well, plus the SUR test set in the fourth, ANSI is out for obvious reasons here. You know what's an interesting possibility? How about this? Oh, here's what we're going to do. We'll test the A in two places. How about the word allay, like to, I want to allay your concerns that you have. Now we have looked to see if the Y is a player. We'll have the A tested down to, if this isn't it, we know that the A is in the third or the fifth spot. We'll also know if there were two. I think, oh, wait a minute, hold on. I didn't put an S in here. Never mind. I'm not sure why. I got so excited about the concept of testing the Y. I just chose to forget the letter S that needs to be a part of this picture, right? Never mind. Interesting. This is very interesting. We could, it's definitely a quizzical situation here. The S could be in the middle. No. A-R-S. Again, artsy can't work. A-S, Again, there could be, I think I like the idea of potentially two A's, right? I think that is a possibility. But boy, You can't do gassy. We've tested stuff in that area. PRA, like things that potentially could have. But what could you do with the S, right? So that doesn't work. And again, that S being tested in the fourth spot is really a tricky thing to see here. It is very tricky to see. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, maybe I do go for an eval word here. I mean, not for nothing, but maybe I wasn't that far off the mark, knowing that there's no S and this can't be the answer, but trying to get a little more information here. And all right, so here's what we're gonna do, right? Let's find out exactly where the S is, and if there's more than one. Have a pretty good chance at the A, and test the Y. So this is an eval, but I feel like we're super stuck here. At least I am. So I'm doing an eval to get some more intel. Let's see what we get. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. SSAY. So is it assay? That has to be it, right? I guess that's the only possibility. There's nothing else here that fits. All right, I was like so close there. I was in a lay, but it's a say. It has to be. All right, let's close it out. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word assay? Yes, it is. Some very interesting words is the solutions this week, as has been the case last week too. I almost feel like, on the whole, maybe the difficulties were starting to ramp up a little bit in Wordle. Let me know if you feel that way, or if it's just sort of like maybe the words are a little trickier, but not necessarily harder. I'm very curious to see the conversation there. Nonetheless, we got there in 4. Tomorrow is Thursday, and let's hydrate, everyone. We're going to start with water tomorrow, WATER. So it'll be our tribute to proper hydration here on Everyday Doug. Well, folks, once again, thank you so much for watching, as I hope you do each and every day. Please click the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It helps us out quite a bit. And I'll see you tomorrow for some more Wordle.